The other thing that comes up further, as a public servant and paid for by the taxpayers' money, what gives the city clerk the right to scold me or because I spoke out about a matter that I felt needed to be brought out? I don't think that's that I perceive to be bias on the part of this person. I have the right under the Brown Act to criticize a public official that I feel should have some mention made of what is happening.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to comment to Ms. Hammond just very briefly. She asked what gives the city clerk the right to, I guess, respond to her the way I did last week when she made those inaccurate statements about the way the city attorney and I ran the meeting. Ms. Hammond, it's the same right that affords you the ability to come here and speak the falsehoods that you did about how the job that I was doing and my staff was doing. It's not called the Brown Act. It's called the First Amendment of the United States of America's Constitution. So you're free to come here and make the comments that you want, but when you question my integrity and the job that I was elected by the public to do, I feel compelled to respond, not just for myself and for my staff and for individuals like Mr. Howard and others, but for those of us who believe that the only way we can move this city forward is through civil dialogue and not by false accusations.
My name is Nancy Kent. I'm a resident of Glendale. I have two items. First, I would like to praise City Attorney Howard and City Clerk Kassakhian on the way that they conducted the public meeting about the absentee ballot applications. I thought they did a fine job, and I did not see any bias, and I was very surprised when I heard an accusation against the city clerk of bias. And I know there was a complaint that the cards were not done, the speaker cards were not done in order, and I don't think that made any difference, but my impression was there were a lot more people there at the end of the meeting than there were at the beginning of the meeting. People who came stayed, and just more and more kept coming. So the later ones spoke, actually the more people heard your opinion.
And Margaret, in all due respect, I think the issue I have with some of the things you do is not what you say here, it's what you say outside. While you may not realize, we have many people in this community that get back to us and let us know all the untruths that you talk about us or behind our back. I do not appreciate it. I don't think it's very becoming of you. I've known you for many, many years when we've worked on many, many organizations together. I don't know what has happened since you become a president of the Coordinating Council. It is not what I used to do when I was the president of the Coordinating Council. And so I would say, as a respect for that organization, you need to be a little bit more careful what you say to people about this dais and the people who sit here and some of the staff members. Just remember, some of those staff members were the ones you went to when you needed help with your grandson to go in the fire department. So let's not forget that.
Personal
okay?
communication.
Thank you.